Well, hello there, everyone. Happy Friday to you. And thank you so much for clicking on this video and for choosing me to spend this time with. This is my channel, Once Upon a Nursery, and I am Tamra, head Fruit Loop, top dog, and your host, as always. And today is my tag, Fun for Friday, where you can put your babies in anything with animal print or with animals on it. You can have a pillow with animals, you could have a blanket with animals or animal print, you could just have a lovey. You could be wearing a shirt with animals on it or something, or you can just show me your fur babies. And that's Fun for Friday. And for my tag today, I have one of the newest girls in my nursery. This baby was sent to me by Daxx at Encrypted Angels Nursery by way of Cheryl at Coyotes Precious Ones. So if you watched my box opening, Cheryl had sent this sweet little one to Daxx as a surprise. And though Daxx absolutely adores this beautiful girl, they weren't bonding with the baby. So with Cheryl's blessing, Daxx sent me this little one, and I will be doing her name reveal today. So before we get started with this little show, I do have a story to tell you. I'm going to show you what I'm going to be putting on her today. So first, she does have pierced ears, and I will show you what she's wearing up close because I did change her off camera. But I have these little earrings, and these were sent by Cheryl. Very cute. And then I'm going to go ahead and change her earrings. Let me show you what she's wearing here. She's got some little earrings in her ears, just like a little crown with a heart in the middle. Those actually belong to my daughter. And then she's got this little onesie, this little pink long sleeve onesie with a little pink rosette at the neck. And she's wearing light gray and with pants with pink hearts. And then gray socks with little hearts all over them, and pink on the heel and toe, and little grippies on the bottom. And then I have this bow in her hair that Cheryl sent as well. And she has a little honey bug pacifier. Let me take that away. My first honey bug. I've wanted one of these for a really long time. I love these honey bug pacifiers. Love them. So there she is. But I'm going to go ahead and take her earrings out so I don't lose them. The other ones, because you guys know how I am. I can get lost in a paper bag. And I'll show you what I'm putting on her in just one moment. Let me get these earrings in, and then I will start my story. I got a story. It's not really a scary story, but it's something that scared me, that happened to me like a really long time ago. So, and it is spooky season, so all right, I have this little bow that I made that I'm going to put in her hair. It's like a light peach color back here. The middle is also peachy colored. And then we have this green with the blue on a clip that I made. Put that in her hair. And then I have these little white socks to put on her underneath her sleeper. It's got a little bear on the pocket, and the bear has balloons that are yellow, green, light blue, and teal, and the bear is in a little, like a bunting that's teal. And then we got gray, yellow, teal, and light teal stripes with a teal collar and a teal zipper. That is what I'm putting on her for Fun Fur Friday, and I hope it fits her. And I am going to put this little onesie on underneath. It was my daughter's. It says it's newborn, but guys, this thing is huge. There's no way this is going to fit a newborn baby. It's gigantic. In fact, my daughter only wore this once when she was about 6 months old because it was way, way too big. But it's Precious Moments. And I did get this at Walmart way back in the day. But it's got the two little Precious Moments angels right there. I'll show you the tag. Precious Moments. I know a lot of you guys like Precious Moments. My daughter's nursery was done in Precious Moments, so. Anywho, let's get started with this story. So, I got married way too young. I got married 2 weeks before my 18th birthday. And then when I was 20, I had my son and everything. But anyway, so right before we got married, we lived with his mom in a little single wide mobile home, and it was on a half an acre, but the trailer sat at the back half, so it was a long ways to the road. Oh no, it was a full acre. It was a full acre, and we lived on the back part of the acre, so it was a long ways down the driveway and all that. And a lot of times I would be out there by myself. It was kind of in the middle of nowhere kind of thing. There were no neighbors. There were, but it was too far to walk to get to the neighbors. So we're just surrounded by countryside and stuff like that. Right across the street from our driveway was a pasture that was full of woods and stuff like that. And I did see a mountain lion, I guess, over there one day when I was walking down to get the mail. It didn't do anything. It just looked at me, but I was really scared. But anyways, that's not the story I was going to tell you. So yeah, it was really creepy out there, especially when you're alone. But so one night, my son's father, he doesn't need a name. We had watched the movie Bram Stoker's Dracula. And back in the day, I mean, I watch it now, and of course I still think it's a really excellent movie, but it's not really scary, you know? But at the time that we watched it, I got scared very easily. Oh, I was going to show you her body. She's got 3/4 arms and legs. She's a big girl. Anyways, so we had watched Bram Stoker's Dracula. And, oh, I was going to say also a little side detail of this is my mother-in-law worked nights, and that was when they had those bag phones that you could carry around with you. You know, it looked kind of like a little suitcase, but it was a phone. So she had one of those. And, yeah, see, this is newborn. This thing is gigantic. So my mother-in-law was at work at the time that this happened, but was due to be home. She worked like a weird split shift. She came home at like 3 o'clock in the morning or something like that. So, yeah, we watched Bram Stoker's Dracula. We went to bed that night, and we had 2 dogs. And the way that we had this trailer set up, it had an air conditioner unit, but I can't remember how or what was what. But there was this big grate in the living room floor off on the side, and if you took the grate out, that's where the air ducts and stuff were, and you could also go outside. So what we did was we put a little doggy door, and then we moved, like, I can't remember how we did it. It's been too long ago. But anyways, the dogs could come in and out right there. It was pretty cool. It was actually pretty cool. So, yeah. Right. So that being said, we went to bed that night, and we got woken up not too long after we went to bed by coyotes. Hang on a second. I'm having technical difficulties. How does this come apart? Oh. I'm silly. I went the wrong way. I can't work these darn pajamas. I don't know how they go. Anyway, these darned old things. But yeah, so we got woken up in the middle of the night by coyotes, and they were a lot louder than normal. We heard coyotes all the time. We lived out in the country. And I looked out the window because they just sounded way too close. And the dog was barking. She was outside. One of them was outside. She was barking. And I was like, what the heck? So I looked out the window, and our trailer was literally surrounded by coyotes. Completely surrounded. There was probably 30 of them or more. Just so many coyotes. But the weird thing was that with the coyotes was one lone wolf. And it was way bigger than the coyotes were. Like way bigger. And it was white. At first I thought it was some kind of a dog. But no, it wasn't a dog. It was a wolf. And it scared the bejesus out of me. Oh my gosh. So we tried to get a hold of his mom to let her know, because it was about the time when she would be coming home, to let her know that when she got there to be careful because there's coyotes. I mean, we didn't know if they were going to still be in the yard, but they could have been behind the trailer when she pulled up. So we just wanted to warn her. We couldn't get a hold of her. I don't remember why, but we couldn't get a hold of her. So we just waited for her to get there, and then he was going to go outside and walk her in the house and everything. But I was absolutely terrified. You could not imagine the horror of all these coyotes right there. They're literally right there. You know, it was just absolutely terrifying. But she came home, and by the time she got there, they were gone. But it didn't make it any less scary, and I couldn't sleep for the rest of the night. I didn't sleep for a couple of days after that because I was just terrified. Just absolutely terrified. So that's a story for Fun Fur Friday. But this little one is all dressed, and she's all ready now, so let me hold her up. I think these fit. They fit good enough. I do not like sleepers with zippers. I'd rather have little snaps or something. I hate this. Anyways, there's her little hair bow and her earrings. And let me fix this little thing right here. There we go. And there's the little bear. And there's her weird fitting sleeper. Anyway, she's all nice and warm. So I wanted to tell you her name. And I've already said the name of her lovey on the box opening. I'm going to call this bear Daxx. After Daxx, because we love Daxx. Yes, we do. And we love Cheryl. All right. Okay, now it's time. And I want to ask you guys, before I tell her name, to please not post her name in the comments. I like for everyone to find out on the video what her name is. So please, please, please do not post her name in the comments. And unfortunately, if someone does, I'm going to have to delete it because, like I said, I do want everyone to find out on the video. So I just ask, please, please, and thank you so much not to post her name in the comments. Okay. Are you ready? Okay, so I have decided to call my new little precious baby. Oh my God, I love her. I have decided to call her Darby Mallory. And Alicia from Binkies and Blankies was actually the one who helped me come up with this name. I told her I had 3 names bobbling around in my brain, and I told all 3 of them to her, and she sent me a message back, and right before she said the name, I said it, and then she said it on the message. And I was like, that's it, that's her name. I was like, you came up with it. Thank you so much. So her name was given to her by her Auntie Alicia. But her name is Darby Mallory. Yay! So yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me and to find out what her name is and to officially meet her and welcome her to the nursery and her little bear Daxx. Yeah, it's been great. I'm so glad every time you guys yeah, whatever, hanging out stuff. Right, glad you're here. Okay, guys, so please consider hitting that like and subscribe if you haven't. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss a single one of my videos. I do have surprise videos sometimes. Comments and sharing are always welcome, and I'd love if you did my tags over on Instagram, where you can also see pictures of my babies, and I will leave a link to my Instagram in my description, and there will also be a short video of her available, if not now then later, so just be checking for that. I usually do that in the afternoon. So yeah, we're gonna go. I love her hands. I just love her hands. She's just like holding on to my finger. Oh, she's so sweet. All right, guys, so from me and Darby, we love you so much, and we will see you guys tomorrow for Dolly Sunshine Saturday. All right, guys, see you then. Bye. We love you.